Well, what we're doing here tonight is making Grape Hull Jam. What we're actually doing right now is we went out and we picked our grapes, and now we are splitting each grape open and getting the seed out. It is a job, yes it is, but it's well worth it. But that one ain't no good. Yep, you got to be careful. Some of them aren't no good. So you got to look at each one of them. Get the seed out. Now the next step that we're going to do is a step that my grandmother did not do. As you can see, we've got all the seeds out of our grapes. Now, I know these as just old black hull grapes, but somebody told me they were muscadines, but I don't know about that. Now, my grandmother would have just taken these like this and put them in the pot, but we came up with a new idea, and so what we're going to do is put them in the blender, and we're going to grind them all up. Now we're going to measure this because it takes 5 cups of this pulp to make our mixture that we need tonight to get the right amount. And as you can see, I don't have quite enough, so we're going to set that right there. And we're going to put a few more in here. Okay. Now we're going to put this back on here. And we're going to We're going to finish up this 2 cups right there. We're going to dump that in the pot. And we got to get another 3 cups. Okay, the next step in making our Grape Hull Jam is to put some butter and a little bit of lemon juice. We've got about a half, 3/4 of a tablespoonful of butter, and we put a little bit of lemon juice in there, and 1 pack of Sure Gel. And another key thing is you have to stir this the entire time that you're cooking it, and it's going to take a few minutes. But we had to bring this to a rolling boil that when I'm stirring it, I can't stir it down. In other words, I can't make that boil go away. So we're going to sit here and we're going to bring this to a rolling boil. Now we've brought it to a rolling boil, and the next step is we're going to add our sugar. Now for you people that are totally against eating any sugar, you probably don't want to know this, but it takes 7 cups of sugar to 5 cups of pulp. And now we're going to mix this up and get it all mixed up really good. And then we got to bring it back to another rolling boil. And we'll be back when we get just about there. Okay, now as you can see, we have brought this to a rolling boil, and we have to boil this for 1 minute at a rolling boil. So we're going to count this down, and do it for 1 minute. Six, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 57, 58, 59, 60. Okay, we've had it for a rolling boil for 1 minute. Now we're going to skim that little bit of foam off the top, and then we're going to put it in the jars. Okay, now you can see Donna Kay is skimming it, that little bit of foam that gets on the top. We're skimming it off the top. And by the way, we don't throw that away either. What we do with that is in just a few minutes, we'll take that and put it on a piece of loaf bread and we'll have something good to eat. Or maybe put it on some ice cream. Some good old Breyers vanilla bean ice cream. All right, and now we're just going to put this in the jars. Making sure that we get the lid on good and tight. This whole process has only taken us about an hour and a half, somewhere between an hour and a half and 2 hours. Somebody might say, why in the world would you do that? You can go to the store and buy it for less.
Tastes like this.
But it don't taste like this does. And just the joy of knowing that you grew the grapes, you picked the grapes, and then you made this wonderful grape jam.